Hey everyone. Today we're talking about a topic where many men get stuck. What to talk about with a girl on the first date. I often see the same picture. A couple sitting in a cafe, everything looks romantic, but it takes me 15 seconds of their conversation to understand how the date will end. The problem is almost always the same. The wrong way of communicating. So let's break down the biggest mistakes and how to talk in a way that makes the date easy, interesting, and memorable. The first mistake is turning the date into a self-presentation. When a man starts talking only about himself, trying to impress her, it never works. She instantly feels that he is trying too hard. Most of the information is boring and doesn't create any emotions. A date is not a job interview. If you talk too much about yourself, you don't impress her, you lose her interest. The second mistake is the interrogation. Some men are so afraid of silence that they start bombarding her with questions. Where did you study? Where do you work? Do you like it? What are your hobbies? It feels like a questionnaire, not a date. She gets bored, answers automatically, and the conversation becomes weak and awkward. The third mistake is choosing boring topics. Dry biographical details don't create emotions, don't build connection, and don't make you stand out. A date is not an exchange of resumes. Now let's talk about topics that always work. Childhood is one of them. Childhood memories are warm, funny, emotional. Another great topic is travel. If she traveled, she has stories. If you traveled, you have stories. You can easily shift the conversation into dreams and future plans. Ask her where she would go if she had a vacation tomorrow. Share a place you want to visit. This creates emotion and connection. The main goal of a date is to make her feel good around you. But many men show up full of fear, tension, and self-doubt. She feels it immediately. Emotions are contagious. If you are tense, she becomes tense. If you are relaxed and confident, she feels the same. If a pause appears, don't panic. A pause is normal. Turn it into a story. Say something like, "Let me tell you about the most boring date I've ever had." She will laugh, share her own story, and the conversation will come alive. The place of the date is not as important as your comfort. Choose a place where you feel confident. When you feel comfortable, you naturally lead the date. Light humor works great. It relaxes the atmosphere and makes the conversation natural. Just don't cross boundaries and don't try too hard. Humor should be light and effortless. Talk about your plans and ambitions. When you share your goals, your projects, your dreams, she sees that you have direction and purpose. This creates respect and interest. She naturally starts imagining herself next to a man who has ambition. Show emotions. Don't be a poker face. If something is funny, laugh. If something surprises you, show it. Emotions make the conversation alive. Without them, the date becomes a boring lecture. There is a simple way to build trust quickly. Share a small personal detail about yourself, something you normally wouldn't tell a stranger. When you open up a little, the other person opens up too. This creates the feeling that you've known each other for a long time. And the most important thing is experience. The more dates you go on, the easier it becomes. Most men struggle not because of personality, but because of lack of practice. Start meeting people more often, and dates will stop being stressful. Write in the comments what topics you want me to cover next, and I'll make a practical episode for you.